How are people so creative? It's a laundry room inside of a detergent bottle. See, kids, when you eat Tide Pods, you're taking something out of someone's home. I get that it makes sense for this to be a laundry room, but how funny would it be if it was a nightclub instead? Like, yo, have you guys been to the Gentle Cycle? It's the best. There's always something new spinning. I took pre-med classes, so I can tell you this is 100% accurate brain anatomy. JK. If you zoom in really close, you can see that book on the right is all the times you accidentally called your teacher mama. It's a scary story. Wow, goes to show you one man's detergent is another man's duplex. Quick question though, why is there a pig in this laundry room? I'm Canadian, so maybe this is like something that is common somewhere else? Sound off in the comments so you have a laundry room pig you're not telling me about. How are people making these things? It's so cute and little. Honestly, why are miniature things so soothing? I can't explain why looking at this tiny house in a picture frame just makes me feel like nothing bad will ever happen. Tiny house in a picture frame 2020, that's who I'm voting for. Wait, this is a house behind an electrical socket? Wait, is this the reason my iPhone cords always fray? Maybe this little guy who lives here comes out and does pull-ups on it all night. I can never charge my phone. Okay, wait, now we get to see it in motion. Are you kidding me? Thanks a lot, Pinterest. Now I'm gonna get electrocuted because I keep going up to wall sockets thinking there's an apartment behind them. A tiny Apple store made out of an iPhone box? A teeny tiny Apple store for Steve part-time jobs. This is so cute. Oh, a little trailer. You know, it's so tiny. It's technically a teaser trailer. It looks cozy though. Like, look at all the details in like the furniture and stuff. Like, I love this. Oh, the Perrier. I love Perrier. The milkshakes. I love milkshake more. Like, looking at all the details in these things is pretty insane. Wait, is this like a music store? What kind of music do you think mice listen to? Or like ants? I don't know how small this is. Justin Squeaker? Modest Mouse? Oh my God, this is in somebody's bookshelf, or like technically on their bookshelf. In between Harry Potter books. There's like a little corridor. I think this is like a tiny like Japanese alley. I love this. I believe this is what we call a kiddie pool. Imagine all the tiny miniature bros playing on this. I bet if you went up to the person that made this and said, wow, I love your little pool table, they'd be like, thanks, it has pockets. Okay, that's it. It is settled. I need a shrink ray now. Like, I want to just like hang out in these like creations people have made. Like, how are these cooler than like people's homes? I don't know, maybe because it's small, I like it more. All I want to do is escape and zap myself into these living rooms. Like, if you agree. Oh, it's a little mini coffee shop. Oh, imagine how small the lattes would be. They'd be so cute. And I actually like can't handle coffee too well. Like, sometimes I like drink it and I'm like, okay. And sometimes I drink it and I bounce off every single wall. But I feel like mini coffee, that'd be for me. Okay, for a second I got like really scared. I thought that that person's hand was like a giant slug. You know how like most little houses are like super neat and perfect? I find it really soothing that this one is kind of messy. I feel like that's what like my tiny house would look like, you know? It's like realistic. It's lived in, you know? It's a home. Like, the tiny person that lives here, they have a deadline they're ignoring, a prescription for anti-anxiety, and pajamas with ice cream stains on them. We stand. That person is me. Ooh, a little tiny fancy Downton Abbey room. You know some mice who wear like those three-piece suits? I think they live here. I know you guys are like, we don't know mice like that, but I know mice like that. Or they're like solving a murder mystery. I get both vibes, to be honest. Why do I feel like tiny Jack the Ripper is about to turn the corner? Here's the thing. A lot of people are scared of big things, but small things are actually more terrifying. I'd rather have Godzilla burst into my house than one single tiny spider trying to crawl into my ear within like 20 feet of me. Do you agree with me? Because then you can't see it. Godzilla, I can see you, bro. That spider, I don't know what he had. Like, can you show yourself? Small things are untrustworthy. Oh my God, did they make this in a coffee mug? That's so creative and cute. I love it, but he doesn't have much place to like take his boat for a sail. Doesn't have a sail. What do you call it? Ride? A drive? Spin? Whoa, this tiny house is made out of toothpicks and it's nicer than anything I've ever seen. Toothpicks. This is sick. Another laundry room. I don't know why these are so popular, but I just want to say this one gets points taken off because it doesn't have a pig. Obvi. Damn, I didn't know the old woman who lived in a shoe had it like that. Okay, girl, you're doing well for yourself. That's a thigh-high rise, but it's stinky though. Okay, this is cursed. I hate this. This is what happens when you don't floss. Homes get built into your teeth. We call them cavities, or dentists call them cavities. I call them little homes. Oh my God, I love this. I'm glad someone captured this moment. Oh my God, I love this. I feel like the person who lives here is like a tiny Instagram influencer. You can just like feel it. She's like, I don't know, after college I spent a year abroad backpacking all over the couch. It was amazing. Hashtag wanderlust. Okay, they just made a spoon beach, but if a shark comes, they'll be forked. Forks? Get it? But on a real note, this looks relaxing until somebody wants to, you know, they get hungry and they're life-sized, and I'm just gonna say the rest. Oh my god, they made a mall escalator in a heel. This is cool, unless like you actually want to wear the heels. Heels are already like so uncomfortable. I don't need an escalator. Okay, if this comes out of your Amazon delivery, what do you do? Imagine if Amazon just started like selling houses. I feel like they will. Like you can get anything on Amazon. If you like order a studio apartment. Okay, this sink one, it's cute. But if it's anything like my house, that'd be a lot of hair in that swimming pool. Sorry, I know that's gross, but it's true. I shed like a cat. Either this is a really big toad or a really small room. He looks so happy though. Like I really want to watch his episode of MTV Cribs. He like opens the fridge and it's just flies. Disgusting. Oh, I love this. Imagine being like a tiny kid and seeing a dollhouse for the first time thinking, wow, they really rolled out the red carpet for me. How can the same world that like produces forest fires also make tiny kittens that sleep in dollhouses? How? What's gonna happen? It's gonna lift the tissue and then nothing? Something? Is this like for when you cry just one tear? This is what I use every time someone writes a mean comment. Just like one tiny bloop and I'm over it. Oh my god, the books are so small and like the laptop and all the details, the tiny violin. I love it. Okay, tiny food, a whole other level of oddly satisfying. Like tiny houses are Beyonce and Destiny's Child, and tiny foods and tiny houses are Beyonce and Lemonade. Does that make sense? I would love to meet the tiny woman who lives here. You know, homegirl dresses up, face beat, gorgeous, and then brings a dude back from the bar saying, hope you don't mind, my place is kind of small. Tiny single ladies. Tiny single ladies. May we know them, may we raise them, may we be them. Oh, it's a bonsai park. Ah! I went to parks like this when I was in Japan. Full-size ones though, not the mini ones. But they kind of look just like this. Tiny foosball. Oh, okay. Maybe a tiny bro lives at this house and then he can like date the tiny single lady from the other house and they can fall in love and be together forever. Okay, sorry guys, I need to take a break. Why do miniature things just hit like this? I just want what they have. Like I wouldn't mind being quarantined if I lived in this house. I would just make my TikToks and be happy. Wait, is this a mini house inside a mirror? I think this is pretty, but I would hate it if I wanted to fix my makeup and this was like the only mirror, you know? Like I need to save my eyeliner straight, not like a tiny mid-century mansion. Is this still a mansion if it's tiny? A tiny creation. Oh no, they're in treble. Treble, like the music note, but treble. Oh my god, even the drawers work in these tiny rooms. That's the attention to detail. I cannot. Also, another tiny kind of messy room. I can relate so hard. The tiny manga, so satisfying. And those tiny plugs, like maybe they even work. I'm so impressed. What if in like those sockets that it's plugged in, there's an even tinier room. And then in those rooms, there's sockets with even tinier rooms. I can't take it. It's miniatureception. Okay, mini Starbucks, I see you. The only downside is you'd be awake all night if you lived here. Okay, this is a mini museum. Those cherries are real cherries, just for size comparison. Like, when I first realized that, I was shook. Also, where did that person get such perfect cherries? They think. Yo, send me your cherry plug. I need to pick up something. Those cherries look so juicy and perfect. Tiny fridge for tiny snacks. The person who owns this fridge, I feel like lives in a house with like roommates and they eat each other's tiny food constantly. You can almost hear the tiny person goes, smell this. Does this smell bad to you? Oh my god, a tiny bakery. That looks delicious. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all so much. Stay awesome, stay sweet, and don't forget to be nice to each other. Bye-bye.
Feelings never fade in a picture perfect world.